Hi there folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'll be doing 3 episodes tonight. I am very tired end of the day. It's around 1:30 in the morning. I had a long day. Basically, I went to different places, back-to-back days of adventures and stuff. But basically, I was roaming around looking for some fragrances and stuff like that, driving around. So it was a nice day, but I picked a little bit of cold once again, thanks to my ice lemon tea with little ice, but that little ice did some damage. So I picked a few fragrances. I will review them in time. The first episode I have for you tonight, as you can see from title, is a Calvin Klein fragrance, and it's a classic fragrance. Okay, it's from back in the time. I don't remember the year. I saw it like very first time I saw this fragrance was on Mark's channel, Robes 08, who spoke very highly of it, or like his review was like the best. He's the best reviewer. There's just no doubt about it. So this is gonna be Man by Calvin Klein, and this is like the old packaging. The new bottles have changed. I have seen somewhere like the bottles are different. So I don't know the new bottles, how they perform, how they smell. I'm going to talk about the old version. So I think this one has standard 50 and 100 ml. I'm not sure bottle sizes, but I got the 100 ml right here, the standard one. And I really like this packaging. I'll tell you, for some reason, I really find Calvin Klein's this perfume has excellent packaging. It reminds me of something like some Zara fragrances or some of this British heritage where they have this very standard sort of packaging. It looks neat. Okay, it looks neat, dark, covered by silver. At the back looks like that. Nothing much, like you will say that this box has nothing much going on, not that much fancy, not too much tattoos and this kind of stuff, stickers, sophistication. The bottle is one of the reasons why I got this fragrance, and this is how that bottle looks, or the older bottle style. Okay, the thing is, the juice color I think is I don't know, it looks a bit grayish, a bit transparent. You decide. I think it looks a bit like gray color juice. And take a look at that. It looks like a library book or something, like back in the day we used to have like a videotape, like we used to watch movies, before the DVD and CDs hit. This looks like a cover of a book or something like that, or a lighter if it opened up like that, but it actually opens up, the whole cap comes off. Sadly, on my cap, the cap is very, very loose. My bottle cap is very loose. I will never ever pick it up. So I don't know if your bottle is going to be different, but poor quality on the bottle cap, sorry. But it looks nice, and base looks like that. Reminds me a little bit of the side, reminds me of Prada Amber Puram bottle, kind of. Really nice packaging. So I like it, except that cap. So this fragrance used to cost like $25. Now they have gone more towards $40, 30 something dollars. I still did it. I paid about $37 for it. The reason being, sometimes you just want a fragrance, and before you know, the older version is gone, then the newer version is gone, then completely it's gone from market. And big reason was telling you, I don't do fragrance in conventional, like I don't do reviews in conventional style. I don't follow any pattern. I just say whatever my thoughts are. So I'll give the credit to Mark. He's the one who sort of light the torch in many people's, like mind, like you like perfume, but you can also love perfume. You can take it to the next level. You can talk about notes and stuff. So he gave us this world, and he gave us a lot of perfume. This is one of them. Okay, so I'm doing this for Mark, Robes 08, my fragrance guru. So let's spray, show you the spray. Sprayers are kind of like, okay, here it shoots a lot, but I'll tell you this quality of spray is not that great. So Calvin Klein's, you pay a little bit of money. So one of the disappointments you have usually is the packaging. Some people are not happy about it. I'll tell you, packaging looks nice, but the sprayer, not that good. Second thing, people say major disappointment, the biggest disappointment is the performance. We'll tackle that. So what is this fragrance? Why did I get it? This, I think, on Fragrantica gets compared to Fahrenheit a lot. Dior's Fahrenheit due to its violet leaves note, but it has a lot more going on. It is not exactly like Fahrenheit because it has violet leaves. It has elements of violets, which is similar to elements of Fahrenheit to my nose, but it has a lot more charm about it. There's some sort of smoke, some pepper, and then some, I think there was a note of something like bay leaf or something, I don't remember. But the fragrance smells kind of like a cypress, green, mandarin. It has a nice little citrusy opening, mixed with the violet leaves or florals, whatever the case, just call it violets. If you love violets, you're going to love this fragrance. Absolutely. Absolute fall written all over it. Fall, springtime, not extreme heat, not extreme cold. This is not going to withstand any of those. So mid period, when it's a transition period between summer and winter, this is going to do really magic. I'll talk about the smell first. I really like this smell. It reminds me a little bit of Bentley from an Azure. Okay, it reminds me a lot of violet leaf based perfumes. I'm really sleepy. I hope I don't drop another bottle and break it. It's gonna really piss me off. So this is that Bentley from an Azure or Azure. Azure. See, I dropped it right there. Then it reminds me a little bit of YSL L'Homme Libre, that fragrance, which is discontinued, got pink pepper. So not every fragrance is like pinpoint clone of each other or the same. They have their own thing going different houses, like Xenia's Vomo. That's a great fragrance. I don't have it in our country that easily. That is one of my favorite violet leaf or violet based perfumes. Then some of the other ones like D Square they have. But mostly what this reminds me, I'll tell you in short, people talk about Fahrenheit, right? This doesn't smell a lot like Fahrenheit. I would say rather a flanker of Fahrenheit, which is called Aqua Fahrenheit. This one has some similarity. Also some similar to Ferrari Zumo. I cannot think of all the names, but there are tons of fragrances out there. Mercedes-Benz has some, Narciso has some, which has the violet leaf play. This will remind you of a lot of perfumes, but I'll tell you one thing. This is a great fragrance on its own. Really sophisticated, green. If you love green perfumes, a little bit of hint of smoke, a little bit of nutmeg, spices, perhaps bay leaf, and then a little bit of pink pepper. It gets like spicy at heart. So I feel at that point, it's a great fall perfume. The longevity on this is the major issue of most of the people. I'll tell you one thing, this is not a beast by any means. And at best, it will last about 2 hours if you go heavy on the clothes. I get 2 hours, but that 2 hours, I cannot say it's a strong performer. So yeah, on the downsides, definitely is the performance. But back in the days, it used to cost $20-25, right? So from that perspective, some of you may say, hey, it's not that bad of a deal. A lot of fragrances are not really strong, but with time, you detect it more. Some skin it lasts, some skin doesn't last. Maybe someone has blessed skin or use Vaseline or ISO Super like Molecule 01 or Eccentric 01. You can take it to the next level. But I'll tell you one thing, the specialty of this perfume is not, its strong point is not the longevity. Its strong point is that performance, the smell, composition, and the sophistication of the bottle. I think this is for mature crowd, and it goes not so sweet. The citrus is orangey, opening a little bit, already mandarin, already gone by now. And the thing is, I'm already hitting that violet leaves with a little bit of cypress and nutmeg. I think those are the major players, okay? And the violet is the big player, which is it up front. So in the forefront, that's the violet leaves play. If you are not a big fan of violet leaf based fragrance, you're not gonna like it, okay? That's one thing I'll just fair warning. Give it a try. Go to the shopping mall, spray it on yourself. If you do like the dry down, then can get it. I would say it's a fantastic pick, if you're on a budget. Still, it's a good budget perfume. And it will be a fantastic fragrance for people who do not like their fragrances screaming or too harsh or too rugged. This is for them. Sophistication, subtle, and the way the violet leaves play in this perfume, I think it's just fantastic. Calvin Klein deserves more credit for this fragrance. If you want a performer, perhaps get something like Euphoria Amber Gold or something like Euphoria Liquid Gold or CK Reveal for that matter. Some of the fragrance like CK One Shock, this one, CK All, you get this fragrance for the smell, and for the money that you pay, I think it's a fair game. Perhaps you could have gotten like 3-4 hours, that would be great, but not every fragrance does it, right? So for me, I'll tell you like 2 hours longevity, that's the sad part, but apart from it, I like this fragrance. But it will not be someone's favorite if you are into sweet perfumes, if you want a banger of a fragrance, or you just want like a citrus based perfume. This is not any of those, okay? So bear in mind, it's a different kind of a fall perfume. Mild spicy, violet leaves, floral, in a way, mild spicy, dark, smoky perfume, okay? So CK Calvin Klein Man, I think it smells like a man, it's of a man, and definitely not a masterpiece or anything like it, but definitely better than average. It's a solid perfume in my humble opinion. Nice little DNA. And you may get compliments if you actually have a overspraying mechanism all over your, like let's say working place. Good office scent, for sure, good office scent. If you put this on, people every now and then pass you by, get this like a slight little projection from you, and then I think they will give you respect. So bit serious, good budget perfume. Now the price has gone high. If you can get an older style bottle, I think this looks really, really cool, but I don't know if it's reformulated. Overall, my rating for this fragrance is 7.5 out of 10. I'll definitely say, people would say, hey, why not 6? Why not 8? Why not 3? You could pick any number. I'm giving it that mark because I like this smell personally. And yes, the performance is kind of on the moderate or poor side. That's why it's not getting like a high 8 or anything like it. but I do like it for its budget. Okay, so Calvin Klein Man, it's a classic fragrance. Thanks to Mark, Robzoit, and all the reviewers who covered it. Please check it out if you go to the shopping mall. If you're tired of like the newer flankers, just always make sure your cap doesn't do this. If it's loose like that, then it's a problem. You can easily, if you're not careful, you're just gonna try to pick it up and it's gonna drop and break. So check it out, Calvin Klein Man. Time to move on to the next review, which is gonna be very anticipated fragrance. Not many people review it. It's called Patchouli on Fire by Afnan. I think, yeah, Afnan Fragrances. Okay, so let's see how that one goes. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.